My name's Michael Gallardi.
Eva Hoekstra.
This is Jolly, our Jolly Green machine. It's been lived in for 4 years now.
So welcome to the bus, to Jolly. This is like kind of like our mud room. Used to be the toilet, but we took it out because we never go in the same tiny little space. So now it's more like a mud room. Everything underneath is storage, and then on top of here is my jewelry box because I like to make jewelry. It's a big everything basket, so big wicker basket for the extra, like the clothes that we're wearing right now, jewelry. And here is like cutlery and all that. Everywhere little curtains, wicker baskets. Lots of hats, as you see. I like to upcycle. This is our little love story where we, since we met in Australia 5 years ago, and we traveled the world for about a year. So this is some travel pictures of that. This one is actually a savior from the junkyard. It's a lamp, but it was plain, and we thought we can upcycle that too. It's a lot less light than I hoped for. I thought it was all light, but more like a fairy light. Still cute. As you see, the roof is vinyl. So I had about 2 months to do the conversion, and taking the roof out was completely out of my skill set, or at least until now. And I didn't want to do a tapestry, and also the paint didn't stick because it has tiny little holes. So then I saw vinyl at the Home Depot, and just put it on with liquid nails and stand here for 20 minutes and it goes on. So it does give the wood look, because the rest is wood, but I like it, the wood look. So yeah, this couch sleeps about one small person, not too long, or in fetal position, possible. And this is hydraulic system that works for the couch, same as this area, the bed. Hydraulic system up to here, up to the closet. So this is where we have the boxes with shoes or stuff that's your clothes. And then the other side, you can enter through the emergency exit, the door, and that's where we keep the boxes with tools and beddings that we don't use that often. This one it all started with my curtains from Peru. We were traveling Peru and I loved them. I was like, man, it's so beautiful. And it was just a fabric. And I knew I was going to use it for something. And we were like, man, I can't keep a fabric in my backpack for how many months. But I got them anyway. And now the whole bus is it's designed with these kind of colors. So, and the Aztec pattern. So, yeah, then Michael had a dream catcher, which I loved, and then I was like, how we upcycle that? So we put a skull on there and then some paint around it. So it all comes together when you have my favorite colors are turquoise and sun color. So when you put it together, then everything is just, a good fit. This one was for IKEA without this, and we just like put it on ourselves, some wood, and I tried to do craquelera, but it didn't really work out, but it still looks cool. Baskets everywhere, that's just handy in tiny homes. Baskets there you can keep your stuff in, that it doesn't roll. This is the only thing that hasn't been done yet, that's the plumbing. That was my last thing that I wanted to do, but I looked into it, didn't look that difficult, but so far we've been using it without plumbing. We have a 7 or 5 gallon water tank with a tap on it that we've used so far, and that's been working so good so far that we've been just using this, but plumbing is up next.
Yeah, so I was doing that travel around the world, find myself as the masculine, flew to a place I'd never been, which was Australia. Thought I was supposed to hitchhike around the world. 4 months later, realized that journey was to bring me to Eva. Once we met, it was really like a love at first sight style of love story, very good tale over a campfire. But I had learned from all my other friends that were married that if you can travel together, you can stay together. So our very first year was traveling the world together for an entire year, which it only got more and more In my mind, she is the ears that hears my tree fall. And I just wanted to treat her like a goddess and give her everything that she ever wanted, but keep what I loved, which was to be able to move through this world. So this was essentially how to keep her happy and keep her with me as we both had what made us happy be.
Yeah, because before we travel and you live out of a backpack, and before we even met, we both traveled individually for a few years, living out of a backpack, and it's fun. But every time, you only have your backpack, and this one is perfect because you have your house with you. So every time we are, you don't have to pack. You can, and wherever you are, you have your house. Like even if we're at the beach or a festival, it's like you got your house. So. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I really like it.
We hope to be the example that you don't need skills if you have a pure intent. And our intent was for love, for security, for being able to take our bed wherever we wanted, and it all seemed to work out. For me, being 38, I have 38 years of proof that it will all work out. I'm just learning to stop collecting data.
This is the pantry. So it's all food. So here, this is my lunch drawer, my savory drawer, and this is like induction plate and all kinds of cooking materials, fruffer, and everything has a lock because these tiny little things are handy because you want to keep it sturdy. And these things, put little L brackets inside the side of the bus so it stays firm when you drive. So yeah, this one we cut off halfway. So this one is a little bit shorter now, but now we were able to fit the pantry and the fridge because we have a new fridge, which I'm super happy with. I love cooking, so we have a lot. We have just a normal picnic stove, the camping stove that I use outside, but you can use inside as well. Induction plate. Induction plate is not super. I don't recommend it. I got it in the beginning of the trip, of the whole adventure, but it takes too much starting power. It's like 1500 watts. So then I got all the pans that were compatible with induction. So I still have it. Like if you're plugged in into a resort or something, we can use it. But normally I just use the picnic stove or the steamer. I have a steam tower. Blender, food processor, everything we can use here, and it's all electric. So we have a plug here, plug there, and we have 300 watt solar panels. They charge the two lithium batteries that we have underneath in the bus. So everything's electric. So for cooking, I use anything electric that doesn't take too much power. This is our fridge, so it opens up to here. It's super handy. It's like we've looked on. I think there was a website that did what's it called? They look at all the different fridges and they say this is the best RV fridge, or at least at their website. And yeah, we're very happy with it. It's very energy sufficient, if you call it like that. Energy efficient. So it's just a giant chest. Keeps it cold. I don't use it as a freezer, but definitely always stocked up with veggies. So I like to make art. So I do upcycle. I call upcycle. So this is just a record, and so I paint on records or paint on plywood and just cut it out. Anything that is paint on here on the lamp. So basically, I always love to make art, but I never really double down on it, And this year we've been like the branch that we worked in is completely like out, and we also and now we're like, okay, let's do whatever we love doing, which is for me making art. So I've been making way more art lately, and we've been going to tiny home festivals often, Schoolie Swarm like this. And for tiny home, I make tiny art, so tiny little things, tiny little wood paintings, and I just do everything by negotiated donation. So it's been working really wonderful. It's working out.
because we did this entire conversion was done by her. I flew and made the money. A carpenter gave us his hammer and nails and it made the wood frame, but Ava did everything else in 10 weeks. In 10 weeks. And of course it's an evolution now, what you're seeing, but it was very similar to this in the very beginning.
Yeah, Michael said it has to be campable. And and he's like, you know, he gave me this pep talk. I remember I was sitting in the bus and he was just like, well, Ava, you know, I got this tour, we can make all the money for the conversion, but that means that you got to do the conversion. And I was just like, you know, a little bit of like, whoa, that's quite a job for 2 months. But I was like, I've never done this before, but I'm like, whatever you don't know, you can learn. YouTube, Pinterest. Pinterest is full of like step-by-step programs how to do a bus conversion.
So in this now moment, Ava is a creator. She does interior design for buses, houses. We work with children.
Custom paintings too.
Yeah.
For buses.
We work with children and pretty much create conversation with the youth, letting them all learn that through inner peace, each individual realizes that they're a masterpiece to this beautiful puzzle called life, and try to get them at a younger age so we don't all run through this hypnosis of thinking we're becoming something and realizing that we are something. And with that, I've created a consulting company called jollycommunications.com, where we garden happiness back into the corporate atmosphere based on me executing experiential marketing tours and reliving this idea that maybe we each are priceless and only undervaluing that price. So yeah, I mean, we came from the world of marketing. This last year happened. We empowered our own creations to be what we are. And within that, we're going out into the world and helping push that message of each and every individual is exactly what they need to be as they are now. And hopefully by doing all of these, we will bring a little bit more sunshine to what we thought was a cloudy day. This is Jolly's door. It is the most complimented part of the bus and yet the easiest that we have done. It's a sticker from Home Depot, different styles, different depending upon the artistic touch you want for the bus, but this is what we went with. And then this is kind of a new remix of a creation we call reflective art, where we took high-powered reflective tape and created a design that would fit the style of the bus. Everything in the bus is an evolution. When we first started it, it was campable with all the needs that we wanted, and then it's just been a beautiful evolution, making it only get better as the time's gone on. This is our answer to an awning. We thought about putting on a salvage yard awning, buying one, maybe the triangle shape, but once we put that in the idea, we would have changed it from being a bus. So this was a new solution that I found of just a half umbrella, yeah. So it just folds down, detaches, slides into the back, and the only thing you would see are these two black riveted in holders.
With a little nail here so it stops.
So we like to play with the idea of being sons of sun, including everyone in the world, learning from the sun as the most unconditional loving thing. So we played with a sun there and a sun here in reflective art. Sorry I'm slow for any truck driver that comes up and has to gear down. And once we changed it into a 5-speed manual, it was the first manual I'd ever driven, so I expected to roll back some. So this was our play with art. And then to have security for what we keep inside, and also just our website, which I call the lighthouse to the two-dimensional world for me, jollycommunications.com. Then opens up with all of our storage. Our plug-in fuses are right there, and a very simple lock to keep security, but also keep it flush to not have added anything. This is Ava's creation of taking a stop sign that we could no longer legally use and creating some art that would bring smiles to everyone's faces and symbolize our movement through life as a compass.
My art is on artpal.com/flyingdutchbird. I've just started to put stuff on there. Michael's not from really, is like, you can better do it in, you know, in the real world, which I do. I set up store wherever we go. But on Artpal and jollycommunications.com is our mutual website.
Jollycommunications.com is what I jokingly refer to as my lighthouse in the two-dimensional world. And on the website has all of our information, but it also has my telephone number, which I am gratefully will answer with a very kind word, because I love this.
So my Instagram is Flying Dutch Bird. And I'm gonna put a bit more art on there. I have some of the schooly life on there, and art is coming soon.
We have an open door policy in our bus. We thank you for coming in. We thank everyone out there for being exactly who you are. And just know whatever you want to be, you already are that, and to go be it. And know the hardest step is out the door. But once you start walking, you seem to get to the top of the mountain you wanted to be on.
Thank you for listening, watching, and sharing space with us. And good luck on y'all's journey. Whoa, it sounds southern. Y'all's journey.
Oh, got the y'all.